Hey everybody, it's a
Hi.
Friday night. It's a Friday night, and we're doing Carla's show. We have a special showing tonight. Miss Carla,
Yes.
how are you doing this evening?
Child, I've been in here sicker than a doggone sick person, honey. But guess what? I'm here. That's why I ain't got no makeup on, y'all. Nothing. You just gonna have to see Carla today. You just gonna have to see how she is. We made it. I said, listen, I am not canceling this show because tonight's guest, I have been trying to get him on here for a minute, but this is a busy brother, and I'm so excited that tonight we're going to have actor, producer, director, and whatever else he gonna tell us he does, movie maker. I mean, you name it. Ty Durden is gonna be on here from the North Cac web series, and most recently Street Logic. So y'all get ready.
Yes, indeed. Oh, want to take care of some bills first?
Okay, so let's do this real quick. So, my good sponsor, there she is now. Don't judge her today, but she keeps me locked and lovely. The sweetest lime, Miss Makaya Mitchell. You know, she keeps my hair on fleek. She keeps my makeup on fleek when I have events. And not only that, she's like my therapist, my sister, my cousin, my friend, all them things, And she's amazing. So if you want to get your hair done and you're into natural hair, even if you're not, she does everything. But if you really want somebody to care for your locks or care for your natural hair, she's one of the most amazing colorists out here in the game. Go see Makaya M. Mitchell. There's her phone number, 336-734-3307. You see she even has a little thing there where you can scan, go on her IG. She's on Instagram at The Sweetest Lime. And if you go, please just tell her Carla sent you, okay?
Yes, indeed. So, I guess without a hesitation, we'll go ahead and bring in your guest.
Yay! Downhill Mills. Hi, Ty.
What's going on with you, man?
How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. I'm doing good. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much for coming on. I know, I switched it around. When you said you couldn't do Thursday, I said, oh, no problem. And so here we are.
I feel real important. You know what I
mean? On a Friday night. You hear me, child?
That's all right.
And listen, usually I have a big old juice to drink, but tonight I'm on this alkaline water, and it's all good. But what you sipping on tonight, Ty, on Crazy Carla's Concoctions?
Listen. Anybody who know me even a little bit, they could have answered this question, but 99.999% of the time I'm drinking Red Bull and tequila.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah. But I be so calm, it'd be amazing. Like, you think somebody would be out their mind like that, but I've been doing it for 20 years, man. It's nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm drinking wine, Red Bull, but tequila.
Yeah, exactly.
So, oh my goodness, I'm so glad to finally have you on the show. You had some amazing things happening.
Definitely.
Like this last year, you've been manifesting up some stuff, Jack. Right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
As we always do on Crazy Carla's Concoctions, the first thing I always ask, where you from and where you at?
From Augusta, Georgia. I live in Monroe right now, but I'm always in the Charlotte area.
Okay. Wow, I didn't know that. And see, y'all, this is really exciting for me because outside of working with Ty one time, I don't know Ty's personal information. So I'm really learning just like y'all are. Yeah.
I don't tell it. I'm a very private person, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. But you know what? You do your thing out here. You're doing your thing out here in the streets, and people are paying attention and taking notice. And
yes, ma'am.
So in that aspect, you are not private.
No.
You are like wow, and that's amazing. I know some good people from Augusta, really good people. So you said you're in Monroe. That's funny. I got family down there too.
There ain't much going on out here, so now we probably done ran into each other at some point, I'm sure.
Probably, yeah. You know, Monroe's a small place, very, very much so. But it's okay. My grandma used to live in Wingate, which is like right there.
Yeah, ain't nothing. They got a liquor store at KFC.
But she lives in Charlotte now. She's been in Charlotte for, I don't know, since I was a kid. She's been in Charlotte that long. So okay. And she just turned 91.
Oof, boy,
in March.
Congratulations, man.
Still in her right mind and everything, causing a ruckus.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, it is. So you live in Charlotte. You came from Augusta. What brought you to North Carolina? What made you? Was it a woman or was it school?
It was work, really. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, just the thing is opportunity. Just being in a different city. You know, and it was funny because after I actually graduated from school or whatever, you know, it was just a matter of figuring out what I wanted to do with life. And really, I actually went to school for filmmaking, but I didn't get into filmmaking until 2015. You know what I mean?
Wow. So where did you go? You went to college or you mean high school?
College.
Where did you go to college?
Georgia Southern University.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I say that's why I know about players ball and all that kind of stuff. You know, I was out there.
Listen, and I was married to a man from Atlanta.
Oof.
Not Atlanta, Atlanta. You know, and actually he went to Benjamin Mays and he graduated with Big Gip and all the Goody Mob crew except for
Demo.
CeeLo didn't go to school with them because he was Savannah.
Oh, okay.
But they all grew up together. His ex-girlfriend was Chili from TLC.
Okay.
Millie Jackson's
all the way
daughter.
ATL.
Yeah,
Okay.
he all the way ATL. Yeah, that's my children's other side of the family. So yeah, I know. I used to go to Atlanta. Now Chad talking about Freaknik. I said, Lord, I just want to thank you. Hallelujah. Because in '94, Carla wasn't Freaknicking. She was Freaknicking in '92 and '93. Did you ever go to Freaknik time?
Look, you know what's funny? It was just, my generation was just under. Like, I was 16 during the big years of Freaknik. But when Players Ball, which was like the equivalent, like Baby Freaknik, that was down in Statesboro, Orange Crush, Bike Week, all that other stuff, Power Fest, Mayfest, all that I've been to. But Freaknik, no.
Oh, well, that's good. That's like people talking about Bike Week in Myrtle Beach. I ain't never even go to Myrtle Beach until a few years ago. I always went to Florida. Like, that was my beach. Now, I went to Daytona. Now, they start digging up some Daytona Beach footage now.
You finna be in some trouble.
Oh, Lord. I might have to explain some things to my children and my mama. It's hilarious.
Hey,
I was going to post.
Hey, tell them you was in a dark time. That's what you tell them.
I was living my life. I just listen. Like I say, I didn't know the Lord back then. I didn't know him.
I was in a dark time.
You just have to put stuff out there. So, Ty, I always ask, what's your zodiac sign, brother? What's your zodiac sign?
Leo all day, Leo gang.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
Leo gang, we running
in the house. Yeah,
we run it. You already know we run it all day.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, all my favorite people either Leo or Aries, so you know what?
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. Just about.
I got some Aries friends, but it's weird. The majority of my circle is either Capricorns, Scorpios, or Libras. I do have now some of my best friends, like Mikhail, who does my hair. She's a Leo. My friend Tamika, she's also a Leo. My auntie's a Leo. She called me her Leo baby because she's born August the 9th, which is Whitney Houston's birthday, and I'm August the 14th, which is Holly Berry's birthday. So we call
I know she was a Leo. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense now. She's a Leo. That makes sense.
All the way. Yeah.
I peep.
Yeah.
I peep it now. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm sorry. Ooh, child. Ooh. That's okay. So, because I've been dying to ask you. So you already started telling me some of it, but which came first, acting, or did you decide you wanted to be a filmmaker first? Like, which came first for you?
It's funny, man, because I never wanted to be an actor. It never crossed my mind even slightly. Like, to be honest with you, when I went to, because I was a musician first, I was a rapper first. I've been rapping since like 93. And so that was pretty much how I got into videography, because I want to pretty much make my own music videos. I didn't want to keep paying these people all this money to keep doing my videos. And I knew I had a degree to understand this stuff, but I didn't really, it was one of them degrees I was just like, all right, I'll do something with it, because I was in the radio. I was always in the radio industry too. And so I was like, okay, let me do something that kind of rocks with the radio industry. So I learned a lot of video stuff through that. But it ended up where I came down here and I was doing music videos. I was actually doing my own music videos, networking with people. And I ran into Dwayne Etheridge, who actually put me in position to do filming. And then at that point, I kind of just took off with filmmaking. But even then, I only acted out of necessity because I didn't know any actors yet. I was like, well, ain't nobody rocking with me yet, so I got to be the star. So my first movie, I directed, wrote, acted, edited the whole nine.
That is amazing.
Full feature. So I just threw myself all the way off the porch. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Here's the throwing yourself off the porch. This is what I tell people. If you don't just jump out there, I know for myself, because, I was doing the poetry thing. I hadn't ever, and when I say ever, hadn't even given thought to being anybody's comedian, But it's amazing what will happen when you get some green apple martinis in your system. You hear me? And somebody talk about money, huh? Amen, church.
All right.
And my friends was like, Carla, you should do it. We were at an amateur night, and that dude said it's $100 prize. I was like,
all right. Why not?
So why not? And I jumped up there. I jumped out there. I won.
So.
And I've been doing it ever since. And I started realizing this is what I love. This right here. This is my fix. Being on this stage and just telling people about the crazy things that go on in my life and the life of people I know. Just wow, that's amazing. So you did it all. Now I'm gonna say, when I first found out about you, I happened to be perusing, it was Facebook, and this North Cac thing jumped up, and I was like, what's that? I was like, North Cac, but I was like, it sounds interesting. So I started watching, and I was like, wait a minute. So I wrote it back and I said, no, he really making this here in Charlotte, because I was seeing all the stuff I knew, And I was like, oh, okay. And so I became very intrigued with your show because it was very gritty. And what I like about North Cac is you can see where you started from and where you are now with your film editing.
Everything.
Your actors have grown. Everybody has done this.
Yeah.
I love it. I love how you've brought some of my favorite people have been on there. John Black, that's my little brother. In the,
my dog. Big up to John Black.
Yeah, and you've had Los in the movie, haven't you?
Listen. Let me tell you something. I done had almost all y'all in something. You know what I mean? Like that's my goal. That's the one thing about it, man. Because when I first came out here, as far as with filmmaking, it was very hard to get opportunities because again, nobody really knows you. They don't really rock with you like that. So I've been in the business of not only creating opportunities for myself, but for everybody who I rock with. If I see you doing something out there, I pull you in. I say, hey, let me reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? Let's build something together. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much there's very few people that's in the Charlotte area, the Greensboro area, even the Raleigh area that I haven't either had some discussions with, worked with in some way, because I believe really strongly in unity and working with everybody and growing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Los was in the last episode of North Cac, matter of fact.
Oh my goodness. I was like, what is happening? I just love it. I love your chemistry with Gigi. She's a sweetheart. I got to meet some of these people. Frank for sure is a damn character in real life.
All day. He is Smitty in real life. Y'all don't understand.
I said, Lord. When I have Frank on this show, I got to tell you, I'm telling you, Frank was like, would you like to see my house? I was like, sure. So this nigga had me in the basement. I said,
that sounds like Frank.
I said, what's going on down here?
Listen, the for show, Chateau for show. First of all, Vegas rules. Second of all, our kickbacks are legendary. Let's just put it like that. We could have 10 people or 100 people, and we gonna have a blast.
Oh no! I said, oh no! The spirit of ratchetry is down here in this baby. Get me the hell away from down here. Ratchet! I need to get the hell away from down there. When I seen that damn stripper pole in the middle of the room, I said, what's going on? I said, let me leave.
Yeah, and the swing sets and the lights and yeah. You said ratchetry.
And then there was a little it was a swimming pool down there. I said, what the hell?
Yeah, man. Like I said,
he talking about we're not gonna discuss the swimming pool. I said,
he just got a hot tub, so it's crazy, man. Listen. That's as far as I'm gonna say.
When I heard Frank on here, I was just like, and when I was watching Street Logic, which we're gonna get into, I literally was in here hollering at Frank. You casted that movie so very well. I said, honey, and the men, and look, you had my son on there getting a lap dance, Kevin. I said, oh Lord, I had to close my eyes. I said, Lord, I can't watch this. But it was so good. It was just amazing. Excuse me, y'all. Ooh, okay.
It'd be like that.
Oh my God. So, what time is it? Okay, I don't want to go over because he always be like, Carla. So we do like artists of the week on here, but we'll get to that. That's funny. So Danny, hi Danny. Danny came on. He's a super music producer, and he produces a lot of people. And I'm sure you two will meet.
Hey, tell him holler at me. I'm always looking for soundtrack work, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he's amazing. Well, he's won awards for it being on soundtracks and things, so he's dope too. He just got nominated for something. Danny, what you got nominated for? I mean, I lose track because I mean he's that dude when it comes to like doing music and you know laying down these tracks. I mean, he did my you saw my music for my intro. He did that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, you know, I told him what I wanted and he made it happen. So all you know, it's good. So, before we get into Street Logic, because you know what? Oh God, I can't say it because I was like, oh, I literally cried at the end. I got a little teary.
Yeah.
You know, I love a good movie, but I love a good black movie. I love the fact, like I was explaining to my daughter, was it today? My daughter, we were talking about the Wiz, and I said, you know, young people nowadays don't understand the relevance of the Wiz for somebody my age. Because when I was coming up, there wasn't a lot of black people on TV, almost none, okay? Mm-hmm. And I mean, I was born in 73, you know what I mean? So we had Good Times, we had the Jeffersons, that was in the 70s. We had That's My Mama. That's about it. And then in the 80s, we started getting on some things. But now, you cannot turn on your TV without seeing a black or a brown person. You know what I mean? Exactly. And I think it's amazing what we have done out here. Hey, Brene! It's amazing. That's my little cousin. She down in Fayetteville. It's amazing what black cinema has become. Exactly. Whether it be film, whether it be TV, I mean, the music videos. I remember the first time I saw Missy Elliott's She's a Bitch, and I went crazy. Mm. Because I was like, that's something I would have, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh! Like, you know, it was nuts. It was bananas. But when they started doing these movie videos, mm-hmm. Like, who was the guy who was real famous for that?
Well, Michael Jackson was one of the first to really make movies, like movie-like videos.
Yes.
He was one of the first that I really seen that really just make movies through it. Like, because you know, he had the whole Moonwalker movie, if you remember, and it was,
that was
like
amazing.
There's not, I have not seen anything simulate that yet.
Yeah, and then when he did Thriller was great.
Exactly.
Like, to this day, Bad. You know, just look at all the people, and then like my favorite film director that's in Hollywood, because you know I have my local favorites, is Spike Lee. I've always rocked with Spike Lee, and what I love most about Spike Lee is what I always tell everybody. He told his people, you know, I've heard the interview from all of them, every last one of them. It was Samuel Lewis, Halle Berry, Giancarlo Esposito, the Italian guy, I forget his name, that played in Transformers with the big nose. He looks Jewish.
Harvey Keitel.
He was, all of him, but the other guy, he's younger. He was in Transformers. He was in Mo Better Blues, which is my favorite movie. He was one of the club owners. He was the tall, lanky one. He played in Do the Right Thing. Remember, he played the guy, his dad owned Sal's Pizzeria. Him. So anyway, it was a whole gang of them. And when Spike first started out, he didn't have no money. He just went out here and said, "Hey, I think you will fit what I'm doing. And if you trust me, I'm gonna make you a household name." And he did just that, every single last one of them, because they became a family unit. People knew them as the 40 Acres and a Mule unit. You know what I mean? And they made movies like from Do the Right Thing to She's Gotta Have It. You know, he's always been revolutionary. The only movie I didn't like by Spike was Clockers. I didn't like that. It was too rough for me. But Son of Sam. And I think for Clockers, I didn't like it because when it come on, you seeing all those gunshot victims. I didn't like that at all. But that is a reality for a lot of people, you know? And then I have family from, you know, Brownsville. Best I do or die. Yeah, right. So, you know, I spent many a summer up there and going to visit people and, you know, especially when I got like from high school to college, I would go visit. And I just love New York. I love New York. But New York and down south is totally different. But street is street, right? And so that's why I love Street Logic. Street Logic is not book logic, but it has a lot of common sense to it. And there were some things. What said it again?
I was gonna say the thing about it when we created Street Logic, we said the thing about it, we got tired of the typical. You know what I'm saying? Especially right now because, you know, of course, no disrespect to no other hood movies on Tubi, but a lot of times it's like two-dimensional. It's just like the same cat doing the same type of thing, that kind of situation. What we want to do is create like a modern day menace to society. Like basically what we want to do is have characters like different varying characters, different dimensions of people. Like we didn't want to just have, like when you have somebody like Smitty, you don't see that in a typical movie. You don't see, you know what I mean? Like different characters having their own kind of personalities and stuff like that. And then even when I played Dub, I wanted Dub to be smart because people had like, you can't be smart because you're street, and that's stupid. Like to me, I feel like that you gotta understand that you display that too. You know what I'm saying? They don't see that side of the game. And at the end of the day, it's like Dub wasn't your typical. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, he is.
He was in a. Well, I mean, he's typical in the sense that. Go ahead. What's up?
No, I was gonna say because most of the dudes that I know, Dub, your character. Most guys that I know that are like King.
No, that's what I'm saying. In movies, though.
Yeah, they are hella smart. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But see, they don't show that. Yeah, they don't show that.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. Most of the time, they always show them as two-dimensional. And that's what I wanted people to see. Because like I said, a lot of people I know that's like that, that's out in the street like that, don't act like how these movies is. They got dimensions to them. They smart. They laugh. They have fun. They're not just always on some hard shit all the time. And that's what people keep making the mistake of. They keep making these people, they're like these poster characters. And like, we're like, nah, man, that ain't how it really is. People don't act like that. So what we want to do, we want to develop a movie that spoke to people and said, yo, he act like somebody I know. That's somebody I know. That's something I've seen. Versus trying to do everything where it's like super, like it's like this over glorified version of what really goes on. So we want to give a real perspective on what it looked like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and my daughter and them over here acting like I ain't doing podcast. Yeah. I mean, it was dope. Like in Renaissance, his performance was
my dog.
Yo. I was like, okay. I mean, I am so proud of y'all. Everybody did so well. I like the young lady who played your homie from North Cat, the one whose birthday is today.
One girl Coco.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she was my cousin in that. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, you know, and it's a very good movie. You know, I can say that. Like, you know, sometimes I'll be like, I ain't watching that hood. It's all the same. You know what I mean? But it really, your stuff, it does. It fleshes the people out. And I love that. I love that. We saw Renaissance's situation, and that's the situation of a lot of brothers who, when they get out of jail and try to walk the straight. Yeah, and you know, I know firsthand. You know, I have had family members who were incarcerated, close friends, and when they get out here and when they went in, they was living that fast life, and they come out and like 10 years has passed, 15 years have passed. It's a whole new world. And you talk about somebody who's making like $20,000 a week, and now they got to work at the gas station or the things.
Exactly. And the thing was that was like, we got several messages about that. You know what I mean? Like people were saying, yo, like one of the cats I know was like, yo, when he had to make that phone call to Dub, when he finally was like, okay, we getting ready to get into some real serious shit now. We about to go ahead and start running it. One of my peoples had messaged me and said, yo, dog, I got chills down my spine because that exact same thing happened to me. And a lot of people don't get to see that because, and first of all, when you got people who just getting out, they ain't got a whole lot of people around them. Like they got all these hood movies where I got like 10, 15 niggas around. That's not a normal thing. Like when you get out, you're by yourself. And that's why you notice Kid Dub ain't had a whole bunch of friends around him. It was just them. So, I mean, we want to make sure they got a full scope of what it was really like. We want to give you a real experience with the whole situation. And everybody know the hood's full of characters. You ain't going to just have, like, everybody all hard and all that stuff. You got some crazy people. You got your wild people and fun people and your smart people or whatever. And so we want to make sure people saw that. You know what I'm saying? And we want to show intelligence on top of that. That's why there was this part where, again, you got to remember somebody who's been locked up, especially for 10 years, they reading books. They reading books. You don't have to. It's something that's going to have to pass the time.
Right.
So, I mean, every one of my people that's locked up now is like, yo, they want you to send money, get them books, however you can do. You know what I'm saying? So they're always trying to get reading material. So for these cats who never read in these movies, I never get that either. You know what I mean? So
I have a cousin who he's about to get out soon, thank God. But he's been incarcerated since the 90s. The 90s.
Ooh.
And it's crazy because he got caught up in something.
Years.
Hold on. Midpoint. So yeah, there's a lot that can be said for when you have to pay the penalty for your loyalty, because that's what happened. He helped a friend. Hold on a second. He helped a friend to do something. Really, he had nothing to do with the crime, but because he lied for his friend and hid some things, he got hit with an aiding and abetting.
Ooh, for that long?
Yes,
man.
Because it was a murder situation.
Oh, I'm about to say aiding and abetting for 20 years, man. Good Lord, man.
Well, he helped his friend, yeah. But you got to understand, he was young. And he came from a household that, wasn't the greatest at that time. And there's a lot of those stories. You know what I mean? A lot of those stories. So we are halfway. So right now we're going to bring Troy on. And he's going to introduce our artist of the week.
Yes, indeed. Actually, truth be told, it'll be the artist of the night. But I did this exclusively for you because I know this is your boy. I got my boy Yamasani. This is going to be Circle of Life. Check it out.
It touches on reincarnation too. Mm-hmm. It touches on previous lives and how your karmic debt is what it's called in a previous life. Determines what you do in this life, what happens to you in this life.
Real, man,
so like your karmic debt turns into challenges that you got to overcome in this life. And if you don't overcome the challenges, you're going to go do them again. So I already know that like the temper and all that. I already know that was one of my karmic debts. Sexual energy, like just sexual addictions and things of that nature. I already know that was a part of my karmic debt. Like I know what I had to overcome. Alcoholism, I had to overcome that.
You said karmic debt.
Karmic. Oh, now that's real. Pops a rolling stone and flatten grass fields. My mandatory raps surpass a vax bill. React like Drax will, relax, I'm past chill. This manifestation of imagination is just a creation of communication within integration system like the Matrix filled with entertainment past this education. Court-appointed lawyers for blacks in litigation. Corporate enormous tax cut and evasion. Saw George Floyd on the news and couldn't take it. It's hard to tightrope walk it all, but I'm a Grayson. One day we not gonna be passive with the slaying. One day we might just put action to the saying. One day we'll stop all the blasting and the spraying and stop carrying your weapons that will smith you like Jaden. To be free to you, to them is disobeying. They told you to get into heaven, you needed praying. They left out the heavens, your thoughts, and where you haven. It's not you, it's we, it's deep, it's complicated.
One day you have it, one day you have it, go away. One day you have it, one day you have it, go away, go away. Don't take it serious, serious. It's an experience, experience. Don't take it serious, serious. It's an experience, experience. Shine bright like a solar light. Know we can make everything alright. Yeah.
Shine bright like a solar light, and know you can make everything alright. Yeah.
Shine bright like a solar light. You know we can make everything alright. Yeah.
Shine bright like a solar light, and know you can make everything alright. Yeah, you gon' get it today. I'ma send it your way. This a clinic, don't forget every visit you pay. It's cringeworthy to say I've been perfect, cause hey, the kids calling my name. I'm too busy to play. This a scrimmage, shirt skins, the ending is late. Life's a scary movie with hands digging your plate to take the dividends, dollars and pennies you make. I'm transparent with you, even when you really opaque. Marcus Aurelius states, everything you hear is an opinion, not a fact. But is that really the case? Cause we all know planes leave a chemical trace. And we knew he was guilty, you see Zimmerman's face. And we all want to crash in the video chase. And we want that hottie to let us feel on her waist. And we know one day we will see God's grace transcend our body and be up in outer space.
Bright like a solar light. Know we can make everything alright. Yeah. One day you have it, one day you have it. Shine bright like a solar light. You know we can make everything alright. Yeah. One day you have it, one day you have it. Don't take it serious, serious. It's an experience, experience. Don't take it serious, serious. It's an experience, experience. Shine bright like a solar light. Know we can make everything alright. Yeah.
Shine bright like a solar light, and know you can make everything alright. Yeah.
Shine bright like a solar light. You know we can make everything alright. Yeah.
Shine bright like a solar light, and know you can make everything alright. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
That's our boy Yamasani with Circle of Life. And if you are an independent artist, even up and coming comedian or spoken word poet that would like some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. That's blastmusic247.com, changing the industry one artist at a time. All right, y'all.
Thank you.
That
Y'all
was dope.
dope, right?
That was
Yeah,
dope.
see,
That
I
was
love him.
refreshing. That was refreshing to
Yes,
hear, man. You know what I mean? Like,
I
you
love
know,
him.
I love the fact that, and see, this is one thing I got to definitely rock with, the fact that he did so much brand promotion for that wellness center. I love stuff like that. I love to see that because I know if I ever hear New Leaf Wellness Center, and I can say that now just from that video, I'm going to know what it is when I see it. And I love that. I love when people cross promote like that.
It's
The song was dope.
amazing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love the song.
From the vocals to the words, I mean, it's just, you know, amazing. So before we get into it, yeah, I love it. And Yah is his word. You should hear, oh my God, his other stuff. He's great.
He's definitely poetic.
Yeah. I mean, and he's very woke, very much so. And I love it. Let's show a clip.
Why not?
Let's show a clip, Troy. Let's show the good people what we've been talking about all night.
I'm saying, bro, lick like that. We've been straight for a minute.
Until those motherfuckers are caught, beaten, and buried, this is your only priority.
Get the fuck out the car. Get out the car. I'm scared for my son, nigga. My son.
He was so scared. He even was brushing his teeth.
It was, yeah, we made sure it was intense. You know?
I mean, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm just gonna say it again. I was not prepared for how I knew it was gonna be good because you did it, but it was good. Like, you know, wow, you know. So, look, somebody trying to message me.
Oh, okay, that's what was on. Okay, I got you.
I'm like, girl, what happened? What'd he say? Oh, too loud. Pootie, hold on. My grandbaby all loud in the background. Noodle, you're gonna have to go in the bedroom with that, mama, okay? Or turn it down. Please, because they can hear you, okay? She looks so sad. It's okay. It'll be over just a little bit. It's okay.
Yeah, you just heard her soul right there. She was in her zone.
Yes. My friend is checking on me. She asked me if I'm all right. Hey, Sean! Wasn't that dope? Hold on, y'all. Let me tell this for doing my podcast. Okay, listen. Because people been worried about me today. Because y'all, when I tell y'all I was crawling in the floor. You see how I'm looking? But it's all right. Because the show must go on. I'm that person. You know? And so I got off of work early today. I laid down. I've just been like, a day. But here we are, right? And we're talking about Street Logic. That movie is so dope. We're talking about North Cat, which I ain't gonna lie. Hey, so look, Sean said, hey, Pinky. Pootie, didn't I say turn it down? I'm gonna have to get up and knock her. Listen.
Be like that.
This is YouTube. These people go see me snatch a little baby on the camera. Come here, Poo Poo. Come here and speak to the people. Come say hey. And then you can go in the room and watch that. She told my daughter she's watching me. So, okay, say hey. Say hello. Okay.
Hey,
all right.
How are you?
That's how it is when you got children in the house.
Listen,
and you know.
I got
so
3 of them.
You a father. You got. That's all I was gonna ask you. How old are your children?
15, 8, and 4.
Oh, so you got one her age. Oh, bless
I
your heart.
Stressed.
And
so,
the little ones got too much sense. You'd be like, what?
And see, I come from a male dominated home. Like, I ain't had no sisters or nothing. And my youngest is a daughter. So I don't even know how to deal with that feminine energy in here. And she is girly as all get out. Yeah. Mm-mm.
So you said she over there running stuff. That's what you said.
And she a Leo, sir. And she a Leo.
Oh hell.
Oh yeah, man. I feel like this is my karma for everything I did back in the day.
Oh, bruh. That's what my dad used to say about me, because my dad's a Capricorn and he was a free spirit. And then here I came and he was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like,
that's what they told me. All my kids will give it right back to me. Everything you gave us, you're going to get it right back. I got it all back.
But that's not always true, because I got one that's real, real quiet. If anything, our problem was she never spoke up for herself. I had to teach her. Look, but she's so cute, Sean. Sean's little niece is so cute. Yeah, and you know, I love kids. It's Leo's. I love children. I'm like the Pied Piper of children. I taught. So I went to school to be a teacher originally. I love children. I just don't like their parents. Marley, didn't I say turn it down? See, when I have to call her by her real name. Noodle, you're going to have to turn that down or I'm going to turn it off. Bring it here. Come here. Go in the room with it. Go in the room. Y'all, give me 1 second, okay? Just 1 second.
No problem.
Back.
All right.
This is real life.
It be like that.
So you was like, I got kids in the background. I don't know. I was like, child. First of all, you don't know about Miss Pinky. So, so can y'all hear it now? Are we straight? Are we good?
Yep.
So, North Cac, Street Logic. Then we filmed a movie. I filmed a movie with you in October with Maverick Studios.
Yep.
And I can't wait to see the whole thing because I just saw my parts, you know.
Yeah. It's gonna be dope, man.
And for reading the script, I'm very much ready to see it all play out, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Wow, another one.
Mm-hmm.
But DJ Khaled say, and another one.
Yeah. It's crazy because Counterplay was the first short film I ever wrote. Because when I started with a full feature, which was No Redemption. My second film was a full feature, which was Careful What You Wish For. But like I could never really enter them in any kind of film festivals. I'm like, let me try this short film thing. So Counterplay was my first short film. So I made that probably back in 2018. It got a lot of good like traction from a lot of people. So a lot of people pushed me to turn it into a full feature. And so that's what ended up happening. So this was actually derived from a short that I did before, but I actually created a full feature. Then when I pitched it to Maverick, they're like, hey, we want to buy this from you. Let's do it. So that's how it went.
And I'm just so excited. I was like, honey, Maverick be doing it big. So you know, you caught their attention and I'm very excited about that. So You know, so what advice would you give to someone who's out here trying to be a filmographer, trying to be an actor, trying to do all these things themselves? What would be your advice to them, Ty?
First of all, be humble. That's the first thing. Be humble, because a lot of the karma that I've received has been because I never came out here with an ego. I didn't think I was better than nobody. And I tried to show the same support and love that I would want. I tried to connect and collaborate and really unify with people. You know what I'm saying? So your attitude is everything. People don't realize that, first of all, as an actor, let me just say to actors, us directors talk. All of us do. Like, I don't know how many directors, different actors, and they refer people to me. And if somebody has a bad attitude, isn't professional, whatever, we're going to tell each other that. That's the first thing. So aside from being humble, be professional. Third of all, that's just getting your mind right. Third of all, have a direction. Know where you want to go, and don't let nobody push you otherwise. Like me, I said I want to do different styles of movies no matter what genre I do. I don't want to do the typical, no matter what it is. Like, a lot of people can write like just like that, but I don't like doing it. I like making sure that wherever I have has kind of a surprise ending, has twist turns, has different layers to it. The characters are on different levels. There's more dimensions to them. So, first of all, whatever direction you want to go, don't compromise. Don't let nobody deviate you from your path. Then lastly, I would say at the end of that, hustle. Hustle. It's about hustle. Hustle beats talent 100 times over. But if you have talent and you hustle, you can't be touched. So you got to, every time you get up and you say, I don't feel like it, let me tell you something. I never feel like directing. I'm tired. I never feel like writing. I'm tired. I never feel like acting. I'm tired. I never feel like editing. I'm tired. But
I feel that.
Yeah, but you get up and you do it. And you put 110% into it every time. Every character I ever had to play, I say, okay, you know what? This is the mindset of this character. Let me engulf myself in that character, and I'm going to try to bring it. And that's what you do. And again, I have so much respect for the craft of acting. People don't understand how hard acting really is. I mean, they think it's just playing make-believe. Like, my sons want to be actors now. And that's the craziest compliment I ever had. Both my sons like, I want to be an actor like you.
That's so
and I was like, son, what makes you think you want to be an actor? He's like, well, I can play make-believe. I said, acting ain't just playing make-believe, son. I said, man, there's some discipline to this. You can't just show up and just start acting some sort of way. You have to embody a character. You have to be in the psychology. Yeah, you have to do the psychology of that person. If you don't understand human psychology, you're going to have a real difficult time being an actor, because you have to become a character. You don't just act a character. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me give you a shot real quick. Your role on Side Dude Inc. I just watched that again for like the 50th time today. I love that character because this was my first time ever seeing you act. Like, this was my first time ever seeing you. Yeah, so I was like, yo, I said, first of all, I didn't realize, like, I was like, man, she is super country. But I knew it was kind of a role, but at the same time, you embodied the role so well. And then by the time I saw you in the Brandon Bias joint, what was it called?
Which one?
The one with the one he put on Prime recently.
The Bridge.
The Bridge. Yeah, that was a great move. That was a great series. I loved it.
Yes,
but yeah, seeing your two characters, the way you embodied them, that commitment to a character. You know what I'm saying? Because that's two different, completely different characters.
Yeah.
But you took those on, and that's what people don't understand. It's not just being you in a different scenario. You take a piece of you to become that character, but it's still becoming somebody else. Like, if you look at how, for instance, I play Price versus how I play, you know, pretty much I play Dub. Two different people.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. You have to become that character.
Yeah.
And so the people don't understand that. So, like you said, the last thing I would say as far as advice, do your research. You know, you want to become that character.
Research. And Javetta taught me a long time ago. I don't know if you know Javetta Bryant. She's one of the acting greats.
I know.
But Javetta, she directs us in a lot of stuff, and she always tells us, what's your character's story? Like, if you don't know her story, make a story up for her in your head. Give her a whole background.
Make her a person.
Make her a person. Like, why does she act like that? And once you get that in your head, or he act like that, then you have a character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, Ty, I just want to thank you so much for coming on. I thank you for coming on here. You've been nominated for Best Web Series for the ACE Awards.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't wait to see you there and see you get that win, I hope. And
hey, you know what? If I don't win it, you know what? My competitor, Johnny Sizemore, big shout out to him and Complicated. He deserves it. If anybody else, look, y'all watch Complicated. That's one of my favorite new series out there. I rock with Johnny Sizemore. Big shout out to you, pimp.
He's very good. And that's how I feel about all the other comedians that I've been thrown in the ring with. I'm like, hell, it could be anybody. And I'll be happy because they're my family. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so when one of us wins, we all win. And when people get that mentality, your life will be a whole lot better. So before we roll out, right? Always ask, here we go. But I this is for you. If you could go back right now today, if you could just go in the ether and go back and talk to 25-year-old Ty Durden, right?
Yeah.
What's the main thing you would tell him? What would you say to that? What would you say to you at that age?
First of all, 25-year-old me wouldn't have listened, but I mean, he would have. I'm straight up. I'm telling you like this. You're looking at a very reformed man. Like a very, very reformed man. And I tell people this all the time. I'm like, listen, I needed a direction. And I'm going to put it like that. And I'm going to leave it like that. But if I was going to tell 25-year-old me anything, there are consequences to everything you do. And you may not always get a second chance. You know what I'm saying? And I would also tell him, focus on what you're good at now. Stop worrying about what's out here. Focus at what you're good at, because you know what? There's a million things you're bad at. But the things you're good at, focus on them, hone them, become better at it. And by now, I'd have probably been rich. You know?
You feel me? That's some great advice, Ty. That's some great advice. Well, once again, I thank you. Tell the people where they can find you and your work.
Oh, yeah, definitely. First of all, I want everybody to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Plug Network. Y'all follow North Cac. Listen, Carla, you do next. You do next on the series. Because like I said, once you're in the network, you're in the network. So, you know what I mean? Like, you next up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But definitely youtube.com/Plug Network. Look for that. Follow the North Cac series. Tubi right now. Street Logic. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out. Is going crazy right now on Tubi. Definitely big shout out to my dog Renaissance Jones, my co-star, co-writer, co-director, co-producer, all that stuff. And then Maverick. Definitely big shout out to y'all.
Yes.
Lastly, be on the lookout for Counterplay, featuring Miss Carla herself in it. You know what I mean? Playing Miss Bonita in there. You know.
I love it.
But yeah, definitely. Just big shout out to everybody. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to everybody out here in this acting and film community. They show me nothing but love, and I try to show it back.
Yes,
you know?
That's the Leo way. People don't. They say we so selfish, but we always drag.
But see, everybody love a Leo. They say that, but they all love a Leo.
They love us. They keep our name in their mouth.
I'm about to say, let them lie if they want to.
Baby, you know what I'm talking about, baby. Okay. All right. So, well, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Yes,
hey,
ma'am.
Shy, you know that's my sister. She down there in Charlotte. That's one of the dopest poets you never met. You know, Shy?
If I do, I don't remember by name, but hey, tell her holla at me anyway, man. Let's make some moves. We definitely try to put it down on some stuff, man.
Oh yeah, she got a whole following down there in Charlotte. Let me tell you, she's her and Impy. Well, I call him Impy. Amps and Hughes are like best friends. So yeah.
Oh, Yeah, me and Amber actually plotting on a comedy together. So, by the way, we're getting ready to do a comedy movie. So, yeah, we actually are in the process. We talk, me, him, Trey Pone, we're all getting ready to like. So, I want to do something to really put all y'all comedy people in a comedy, and like put it down for the Carolinas. So, we're plotting on that as we speak. So, you're hearing it here first.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready. Okay.
All right.
Well, you have a great weekend, and I
ma'am.
thank you once again, and I wish you much success, Ty, in the future.
Same with you.
And I'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
All right, take care of yourself, Show.
All right, thanks.
All right.